Okay, so you see that I have got these in here, and one thing, I need to put one more in to make sure that it's odd amount, but one of the things that I do is I use one of those rubber bands to hold it in place until I get it on, and I make sure that I've come down farther than I'm probably going to need down here, but that way I can, you know, keep it longer if I want to. I can trim it up, and I've got a lot of length here that I'm not going to use all of, but you know, I mean, I can do as much as I want. So that's why I like cutting them longer. I can always cut it off if I think, good, well, I've had enough of that. So one of the things though that will make your life so much easier, now I use an awl, you don't have to use an awl, you could use anything, but what that does is it lifts that rubber band up just a little bit so that you can put these through easier. If you are just pulling that rubber band up every time, it gets to be a real big pain real quick. All right, so this, remember this rubber band is just temporary. So I'm going to go ahead and do, just like if the way we would have started before, I'm going to put a slip knot on here. I'm going to go around, tighten it up. Okay, so you know how to do that. I'm going to forego showing it to you again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around here about 3 times, and then I'm going to get rid of this. I try to keep that knot to the back just because I don't like it showing. So about 3 rows, actually you could do about 2 and get rid of this. Okay. And then we are going to start our plate, and I'm going to start it in the back by the knot. So what I want to do is I'm going to kind of dip that down, take my finger, pull it over, and this is over and under, right? So over and under. And if you're feeling like something's going to crack or it's not wet enough, then take a minute and spray that with your spray bottle. This is the big secret. If you want a nice tight plait or braid, you got to pull it over using that finger and then crease it. So dip it down, pull it over, give it a crease. And if I've counted right, and have an odd amount, I should be able to do a continuous weave here. We'll see how we did. Okay. And I'm off. So I've either made an error or I don't know how to count, which is always a possibility too. So, but see how I'm on there? Oop, I'm on here. You can see that or not. I need to be opposite of it. So if I've come around and I don't have, or you know, I'm not opposite of that, that should be under naturally, then I've made a mistake someplace. So I'm going to pull this out and take a look. Okay, so I went back and looked, and I actually had gone over 2 when I should have been like 1 and 1. So I fixed that, and I'm on, so I do know how to count. That's always a good thing. So, and you'll see that this is opposite of it now. So I'm going to do about, a couple rows and show you what I'm doing. And then I'm going to spare you the boredom of watching me do all this weave. And I'll come back and show you tying it off or doing a jerk string, just like we normally would. So this is like doing knurl broom corn without the knurl. And it covers that, covers up your advances underneath. It's just another way to make a broom. You know, they don't all have to be braided with a knurl on top. I think those are my favorite, but you know, it's just one more way of making a broom, and there's no one right way. There's a lot of different interpretations. So you can see that I've done about 3 rows, and I'm probably going to come up to about here and cover that all up. And so then I'll show you how I finish this off and what it looks like. So I'll come back when we're at that point. So this is getting real tight where I would have to double these up. And I don't think I need to do that. So I'm going to put my jerk string in here. You see I've got a lot left, you know, but If you wanted to, you could keep going and you could double those up, the stakes up to make one, and you know, and just kind of eliminate some of that bulk and keep going, but that's not happening today with me. So I'm laying this in. So I got the jerk string, the knot to the right, and I'm gonna wrap around it. Being careful not to twist it. And I'm gonna do this for about, 3 or 4 rows. All right, making sure it's nice and tight. I'm holding my tension, making the cut on that, coming through the hole and grabbing that string, pulling it through it, still holding the tension tight, coming over here to get the knot, and jerking it through. I'm going to tighten it up, and then we're going to trim some of this stuff off here. And I'm going to cut it away from me. Okay, so see, it looks kind of wild and pineapple-ish. So we're gonna flip the old spindle up so we got a better work surface. Now I think on mine, on the other ones, I cut these at an angle on the bottom, and you can do that like that if you want. You know, just kind of trimming them up, makes them look a little bit more, I don't know, refined. How's that? If a broom can be refined, you can go around there, okay? And then up on top here, I think I'm just going to cut these blunt cut. So I'm going to try to make sure that they're all about the same length as I'm cutting. And you can see that there was quite a lot of material that I probably didn't need to put on. But better too much than not enough. So, and like I say, I'm going to go back through here and trim these up so that they're kind of at an angle. But I won't bore you through that either. So, and if you want it to hang, then you need to take a drill and put a hole through here so that you slip a hanger through here. Usually I just use a piece of nylon. And then I'm going to take this off. That was a really good idea to protect those guys. Now what I want to do is kind of flare this out. Put these where I want them to go. And then flare my broom out so I've got lots of space here to put my twinkly lights around. And like I said, what I did was I kind of hid that behind the back of the broom, figuring that, and I've just got it like down by some pumpkins and stuff. So your finished product is gonna look like, I have to go up a little bit. So here's the one we just made, right? And where is it? There it is. Okay. Without the twinklies on. And then here is the one that I made, and I'll turn the twinklies on so you can see that. And once again, what I did with it is I just took a zip tie and zipped it, tied it around here so I could put the lights on. And I probably could have done a better job doing the lights, but I've kind of shifted them all over the place in the process of making it. So there you go. There is your Starry brooms. Great little night light, or a place to light up your corner. And pretty easy and fun to weave up. So there you go.